Good morning, OLA. I'm Mr. Love.
And I'm Mr. Moore. Welcome to another episode of OLA This Week.
So, Mr. Moore, did you have a nice weekend?
Oh, wonderful. My goodness, what an auction. My first auction, incredible. First of all, raising money for a good cause for our kids. But what a great group of parents and fun time. My wife loved it too, by the way.
I was going to ask.
Oh my God, we got a chance to dance. Oh, we love to dance. All those lessons paid off. So
I know. I feel like I have to re-sole the bottom of my shoes.
What a great party.
It was a lot of fun. The parents were having a great time who showed up, and our faculty and staff were also having a great time as well.
It was a good bonding experience.
It really was. It was not just a fundraiser; it was a fundraiser, as we say.
Yes, for sure.
Right, and it's interesting. So every week we have a school-wide learning expectation, which we call SLEs, and we focus on them. And so the focus for this week is our faith community supports one another.
Absolutely.
And so that whole idea of supporting one another was profoundly visible at the auction.
For sure.
You walk into the building, the Turn Varane in Sacramento, and you're greeted by this huge balloon arch, this disco ball, just these beautiful decorations. Everything was set up so well. You see all of the silent auction items on the table, and the whole event just went seamless from beginning to end, and that doesn't happen automatically. It happens because of a lot of planning.
A lot of work, right?
Yeah, a lot of people's work. And so we just want to take this time to just thank, first of all the people who came to the auction. It's our understanding from our auction chairs that it set a record.
Set a record of people attending. Yeah, an attendance record. It was amazing.
It did. And so just your participation really meant a lot for our school. And then the generosity of raising your paddle and just contributing to the whole effort.
For sure.
Yeah, and then of course it starts with leadership, and so we just want to give a huge heartfelt thanks to Jeff and Carrie Hilmer and to Louis and Molly Bisbiglia, for their leadership and sharing, and all of the people.
Great job. That their leadership and everyone on the committee. I mean, they worked so hard to set everything up, and even the cleanup. I mean, we're supporting each other and raising a bunch of money, and that's really this value that we're talking about. This SLE, and the kids know the hard work their parents put in for the school. So it's huge support.
I think they do. Thank you very much, and we just want parents to know. We want to thank you also for bidding on the funding items. So we have orders coming up for our Chromebooks. So we'll be getting 2 sets of Chromebooks and 2 charging carts with that, and of course the water station. So just know that we're going to follow through very quickly on that, and can't wait to get that technology in the hands of our students, because I know they're going to use it well.
For sure.
So we covered our virtue, our SLA, but each week we also kind of cover a virtue. And this week's virtue is really interesting. It's called command. And so what better person to talk about command than our commanding officer, Colonel Moore? Do you want to give us some insight about the virtue of command?
So the virtue of command for ages 6 and up is to follow advice from trustworthy adults. And then from 10 and up is to take action. So command presence, ability to command your own actions, is really to take action in a positive way after deliberately thinking about things. And what I love about this whole section of our virtues is on prudence, and it starts with good counsel, then it goes to good judgment, and then finally it goes to command. So what are we doing? We're listening, and it does go into our theme this year. So we're praying, so we're asking something from God, and then we're listening to God, right? And then now with this virtue, we talk about thinking about it, right? Thoughtful deliberation, and finally with command, we're going to act on that. So I just love how it's flowing together with our theme this year, and also how these virtues are real for the kids here at the school. So it's amazing.
Just to be thoughtful individuals who are not impulsive, but act out of a sense of prayer, good counsel, listening to those who are wise, accepting wisdom, and then just stopping to make that decision that will be the best for that person, for others, and of course pleasing to God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one of our saints who was very pleasing to God and left quite a big legacy on the world was St. Francis of Assisi.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that for many of you out there, St. Francis of Assisi is your favorite saint. Not for everybody, but for a lot of us. I know very often I'll do the prayer of St. Francis on my way into work because it's it's a great prayer about emptying yourself and filling yourself back up by serving others and allowing God to enter into your life and do wonderful things. And St. Francis was the patron saint of animals.
Correct. Loved animals, and you always see his statue with a bird on his shoulder, animals around him. He absolutely loved animals, and we're so thankful that he reminds us to appreciate all the animals in our lives, our pets, all of God's creation. So it's an important time.
It is, and Deacon Michael Tatishi, who really cares a lot about this particular aspect of this feast day. So on Friday we celebrate the feast day of St. Francis, and we are going to have a blessing of animals in the portico of the church. So normally when we have our second graders will be leading our Mass.
That's right.
Getting us prepared. Normally we start that Mass at 10:50, but because of the blessing of animals, which is going to come afterwards, we're going to start our class-led Mass at 10:30.
10:30, Friday.
And we just want our parents to know, you're invited to any of the Masses that we go to, whether they're Thursday morning Masses or First Friday. So this First Friday Mass is going to be at 10:30, not 10:50. And then afterwards, we're all going to go out to the front, to the portico.
That's right.
And if you have a pet from home that you would like to bring to have blessed,
that's right,
bring it out to the portico at about 11:30. Deacon Michael will come out. The kids will all be out there, and we'll bless the pets.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a really special event. So we hope to see you and your pets out at our portico after Mass on Friday. And one other thing, it's this is led by our second graders. And the reason why our second graders are leading Mass so early in the year is because on Sunday, when they will be at the 9:30 Mass, they will also have their rite of enrollment. So it's a really another important step in their process of getting the sacraments of reconciliation and First Eucharist.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great weekend for the second grade and for all of us.
I think it will be.
Don't forget to like and share and follow us and all those things we do on social media.
And once again, we do thank our intrepid producer, Ms. Blanchfield, for helping us out today and being the brains of this operation.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Well.
All right, Mr. Love.
Mr. Moore, love more than you think you can. God bless you.